The galactic empire of Vorthek had ruled for 3 millennia, their crimson warships casting shadows across 1,000 worlds. Admiral Kane stood on the bridge of the dreadnought Dominion, watching the tactical display with growing unease. The strange vessel had appeared at the edge of their territory without warning, ignoring all communication attempts. "Size analysis complete, Admiral," reported Lieutenant Ross, his voice tight with concern. "The vessel measures approximately 2 kilometers in length. Hull composition is unknown. Our scanners cannot penetrate their armor." Kane studied the alien craft through the viewport. Unlike the angular, aggressive designs of Vorthek vessels, this ship possessed smooth curves and an almost organic appearance. No visible weapons adorned its hull, yet something about its presence made the veteran Admiral's instincts screen danger. "Deploy the first battle group," Kane ordered. "Surround the intruder. If they refuse to respond, we'll show them the price of trespassing in Imperial space." Captain Hayes, commanding the escort cruiser Iron Fist, moved his ship into position, alongside 5 other warships. Each vessel bristled with plasma cannons and torpedo launchers, their combined firepower capable of reducing a moon to debris. The alien ship continued its steady course, apparently oblivious to the naval might arrayed against it. "Unknown vessel, you have entered restricted Imperial space," Kane broadcast on all frequencies. "Submit to boarding or face destruction." The response came not through their communication systems, but directly into their minds. Every crew member aboard the Imperial fleet heard the same calm, measured voice speaking in perfect Vorthek common. "This is Captain Ellis of the Earth vessel Wanderer. We mean no harm. We seek only passage through your territory." Kane felt a chill run down his spine. The mental communication was impossible by any known technology. Impossible. No species possesses such capabilities. "Prepare to fire on my command." "Admiral," Ross called out, his voice cracking. "Long-range sensors are detecting massive energy readings from the alien vessel. Power levels they're off the charts." Before Kane could respond, the human ship began to change. What had appeared to be smooth hull plating suddenly reconfigured itself, revealing previously hidden structures. Weapon ports opened like blooming flowers, and the ship's entire configuration shifted into something unmistakably predatory. "All ships, open fire." Kane shouted. The Imperial fleet unleashed a devastating barrage. Plasma bolts and antimatter. Torpedoes streaked through space, enough destructive force to level a city. The weapons struck the human vessel's shields, which flared brilliant white before absorbing the entire attack without apparent damage. Captain Ellis's voice echoed in their minds again, tinged with disappointment. "We hoped for peaceful passage. You have chosen otherwise." The Wanderer responded with a single beam of coherent energy that swept across the Imperial formation. Where the beam touched, shields collapsed instantly. The massive dreadnought Dominion groaned as its primary defense. Systems failed completely. "Impossible," Kane whispered. "Nothing can penetrate our shields that easily." "Admiral, we're receiving detailed technical specifications," Ross reported, his face pale. "They're transmitting blueprints of our own ships, showing every weakness, every design flaw. They know our technology better than we do." The human ship began to move with impossible grace, weaving between the Imperial vessels like a dancer. Each movement was perfectly calculated, staying just beyond the reach of their weapons while maintaining optimal firing positions. Captain Hayes desperately tried to track the alien craft, but his targeting systems couldn't lock onto something moving with such precision. "This is impossible," Hayes muttered. "No ship that size should be able to maneuver like that." The Wanderer fired again, this time targeting the weapon systems of each Imperial ship with surgical precision. One by one, the proud warships found themselves completely disarmed, their main batteries destroyed by impossibly accurate strikes that somehow avoided damaging life support or crew quarters. Admiral, Kane realized with growing horror that the humans were deliberately avoiding casualties. They could have destroyed the entire fleet in seconds, but instead chose to neutralize them without loss of life. "Stand down," Kane ordered reluctantly. "All ships, cease fire." Captain Ellis's mental voice returned, warmer now. "Thank you, Admiral. We take no pleasure in conflict. Our species has learned that the greatest strength lies not in the ability to destroy, but in choosing not to." "What do you want?" Kane asked, his pride shattered but his curiosity overwhelming. "Safe passage to continue our exploration. We are travelers seeking to understand the galaxy and perhaps share our knowledge with those willing to listen peacefully." The Wanderer began to change again, its weapon systems retracting and its hull returning to its original, benign appearance. But Kane would never forget the glimpse of power he had witnessed. Technology so advanced that their entire empire's military might was rendered meaningless. "Passage granted," Kane said quietly. "But tell me, why show mercy to those who attacked?" "You? Because conquest is easy, Admiral. True strength lies in choosing compassion over dominance. Perhaps one day, when your people are ready, we might meet again under better circumstances." The human ship began to accelerate, reaching speeds that should have been impossible without tearing itself apart. Within moments, it had vanished into hyperspace, leaving the Imperial fleet floating helplessly in space. Kane stared at the empty starfield, where the Wanderer had disappeared. In less than an hour, everything he believed about Imperial superiority had been shattered. The humans had demonstrated technology that made their entire civilization look primitive, yet they had chosen mercy over conquest. "Admiral," Ross asked hesitantly, "what do we report to High Command?" Kane was quiet for a long moment. "We report that we encountered a peaceful exploration vessel and granted safe passage through our territory. Nothing more." As the Imperial ships began repairs and prepared to return home, Kane couldn't shake the feeling that the galaxy had just become a much larger, more mysterious place. Somewhere among the stars, humans were exploring with technology that could reshape civilizations, yet they chose to travel in peace. The Empire would never be the same.